Hello everyone, my name is Curryshot, and for those of you who do not know who I am, I was the strategic coach of Mayhem Academy and the head coach of OnePoint. In today's video, I want to talk about one of the strategies used in our victory over Fusion University, which is a scouting tactic causing a double swap. The reason I want to go over this is because I've noticed some Tier 2 teams and even Overwatch League teams just spamming the same composition for weeks at a time and not getting punished for it. Sometimes, Gladiators did punish Chengdu, but we'll get into that later. So after scouting Fusion University for 6 weeks before our match, I determined I knew they would roll out on goats on this part of Lijiang Tower. While we do intend to play the goats versus goats mirror, we don't roll out on goats. We roll out on a triple DPS comp since it counters the Zen Goats matchup, since Zen Goats is only really good in the Zen Goats versus Zen Goats mirror matchup. So as you can see, Mangachu here on Pharah, we're rolling out on the triple DPS comms. As soon as they see Pharah, they go back to spawn and they're ready to swap, but so are we. So Shaxx triple blinks, Manatin on Sombra has his translocator in spawn. Zen can stay because they're planning on playing Zen Goats. And Philadelphia is going to go ahead and try to swap the Zen to Moira to go ahead and try to deal with the spam. All right, so as you can see, we're ready to swap. As soon as we see the swap, we're sitting in spawn, ready to swap at the same exact time. This is crucial to do it at the same exact moment. So we see the Moira, we give it a second, and then, right then, as you can see, we swap in the same instant. All right. So now because of this, as soon as they see this, they have two options. They either take the matchup of Moira Goats versus Zen Goats, which is a favorable matchup for us. And notice how there's only 8 seconds for the point to unlock, and fight us and get there on time basically to fight us before the point unlocks in an unfavorable matchup. Or they go back to spawn, swap the Moira to Zen, and then have the mirror matchup, but basically it gives us the point for free. So we're able to cap the point for free without even taking or dealing a single point of damage, right? So as you can observe here, I'm going to go ahead and play out the clip. Here we're coming on Zen Goats, go straight through bridge. It's a very important part, and we're on point already. They're in white, they're waiting for Zen, and we get the point cap. So we basically cap the point for free without even taking a fight because of this. So even though instead of mashing goats v goats, knowing they're gonna run goats, that's what some teams do. They're like, oh, okay, we don't want to play the swap game. At times, it is worth it if they don't swap correctly. But usually, it is the team that initiates the swap, getting rewarded for scouting the team correctly, and being able to cap the point for free. All right. As you'll see here, we go ahead and do it on Night Market as well. So in this matchup, let me explain to you what happens. The reason why Philadelphia University is on this comp is because we're very hard to scout. The previous week versus Gladiators Legion, we ran a DPS, triple DPS comp, and this comp right here pretty much counters the triple DPS comp. So that's their thoughts on rolling out on this composition. But since we're so hard to scout, I remember we made this call on the fly, Factor 9, that we need to go ahead and swap and actually just play the tanks because, they might play something like this. So we roll out on tanks, and as soon as they see that, since we're the team that initiates the swap basically, making them swap first, we'll go ahead and cap the point again for free. Kind of for free. We take a bit of damage here. But we cap the point for free without really taking a real fight. So when you're scouting these teams correctly, what I'm trying to get at is I'm trying to help a lot of the tier 3 coaches that come and ask me like, what do we do with this information? This is just one of the many things you can do with this information. So for me, as soon as I see Philadelphia Fusion University using this same compositions week after week, this is what it tells me that we're going to try to play the swap game at the very beginning. Obviously, this is not the only strategy that we use during this match, but this is one of those that I'm willing to give to other people, just because I feel it's something that can't be overlooked. But without uh, anything else really to say about that, I will be making more educational videos. The next one will be very, very meta breaking, so I hope you guys go ahead and sub for that. But for anything else, I do private coaching. You guys can check out my Discord, which will be in the description, or also follow my Twitter and DM me since my DMs are open, and then we can do that. But I really want to thank everyone for their support lately. I've loved making educational content, and I will continue to do so. For any updates for future teams or anything like that, again, follow my Twitter and Discord. Thanks again, guys. Bye bye.